That night, the police broke down a hotel room door and arrested my best friend's husband for rape. Everyone believed I was the victim. Everyone believed I had survived something terrible. But what nobody knew was that the entire night had been carefully planned. And the worst part, months later, I began to wonder if I had destroyed an innocent man. 3 years had passed since I last saw Sarah. Back in college, we were inseparable. We shared secrets, dreams, and every stupid mistake young girls make. But life took us in different directions. Sarah married rich. I married simple. And that night, I saw her again. But something about her felt different. Very different. Sarah had always been confident. The loudest laugh in the room, the brightest personality. But the woman standing in front of me that night looked like a shadow of herself. When we hugged, I felt her body shaking. And then she whispered something that made my stomach drop. I think my husband is going to kill me one day. Her husband's name was Zayan, a wealthy businessman, powerful, respected, the kind of man who seemed perfect from the outside. But behind closed doors, Sarah lived in fear. He thinks I'm cheating, she said, but I'm not. Tears rolled down her face. He beats me, Aisha. My hands tightened around the steering wheel. Then leave him. She shook her head. I can't. Why? And then she said the words that trapped us both. If I leave him, he said he'll kill my parents. That night I told my husband Omar everything. The bruises, the threats, the fear Sarah lived with. When I finished, Omar stayed silent for a long time. Then he asked one question. What do you want to do? I looked at him and said something that even shocked me. I'm going to trap him. Every morning Zayan went jogging in the park near his mansion, so I started jogging there too. At first, we only exchanged polite smiles, then greetings, then conversations. It didn't take long to understand the type of man he was. Men like Zayan loved admiration, so I gave it to him, slowly, carefully, like a spider building a web. A few weeks later, I joined the same gym he used. That's when things started changing. Our conversations became longer, more personal, and far more dangerous. One day he looked at me and said something unexpected. You're different from my wife. How? I asked. You actually listen. That sentence stayed in my mind. Because the man sitting in front of me didn't look like a monster. He looked lonely. And for the first time, I felt doubt. Soon Zayn started looking for me, waiting for me at the gym, texting me, calling me, and strangely, Sarah began noticing the change. He doesn't beat me anymore, she told me one day. He barely even talks to me. Her voice sounded relieved, but something inside me felt uneasy. One evening my phone rang. It was Zayn. I want to take you to dinner. My heart started racing. This was the moment we had been waiting for. Okay? I said. Zayn told his wife he had a business meeting, but Sarah knew the truth because she was sitting in a car outside the restaurant with my husband Omar and a cameraman watching everything. Inside the restaurant, Zayn kissed my hand, ordered expensive wine, and tipped the waiter $100, trying to impress me, but I already knew his intentions. And tonight, he was walking straight into the trap. Halfway through dinner, he leaned closer. You never told me about your family. I hesitated. I'm married. He looked surprised. But my husband is cruel, I whispered. Zayn stood up, walked beside me, and kissed my forehead. Don't worry, he said. You deserve better. After dinner, we walked outside. I pretended to shiver. Zayn took off his coat and wrapped it around me. Then he held my hand and said the words we had been waiting for. Let's go somewhere private. I smiled. I already booked a hotel. The room was already reserved. In his name. Zayn walked in confidently. He thought this was the beginning of an affair, but it was the end of his life. He leaned closer, trying to kiss me. And that's when I screamed, "Help! He's trying to rape me." Within seconds, the police broke the door open. Zayn was thrown to the floor, handcuffed, shouting, "It's a lie!" But the evidence was already there. The booking, the witnesses, the cameras. Sarah was finally free, or so we thought. Months later, I visited Zayn in prison. He looked different, broken. When he saw me, he asked only one question. Why? You destroyed Sarah's life, I said. He laughed quietly, then said something that froze my blood. Sarah was cheating. That night I went to Sarah's house, but it was empty, completely empty. Then Omar discovered something horrifying. Before Zayan was arrested, Sarah transferred millions of dollars from his accounts and disappeared. Her final message to me said only one thing: "Thank you for saving my life." Sometimes late at night, I still wonder, did I destroy a monster? Or did I help the real villain escape? Because the truth is, I may have ruined a man's life for a lie.